federal judge has ruled that a key part of Chicago's current gun law is unconstitutional. What part? The part of the law is that essentially bans the sale and transfer of firearms. Supporters say it aims to cut down on the amount of gun violence that's plagued that city. But the judge ruled, and I quote, Chicago's ordinance goes too far in outright banning legal buyers and legal dealers from engaging in lawful acquisitions and lawful sales of firearms. He went on to say that the government has a duty to protect the citizens, but that it also has to protect constitutional rights. Despite this ruling, the law will remain in effect, at least for now, while city workers there and city officials decide whether to appeal it. Tom Bevan is the executive editor and co-founder of Real Clear Politics and RealClearPolitics.com. Tom, I don't really know why it matters. You can just get online there and order whatever you want. You go to a gun show and get whatever the heck you want. I don't know why this matters.
Well, look, Chef, this is one of the sort of ongoing battles big cities have been having across the nation. D.C. had it in 2008. Chicago pushed through a blanket ban, a few years ago under the previous mayor, Richard Daley, to try and, ban guns totally from the city. And they thought that would help. And look, folks have found that those kind of bans have gone too far and impinge on Second Amendment rights. And so you're seeing gun groups, gun rights advocates sue these cities, and in Chicago, at least, they've been making gains over the last 3 years. A number of these provisions of the ban have been rolled back over the last 3 years. This is just the latest example.
A lot of money behind those groups too, right?
There is money behind the groups, but look, gun advocates, Second Amendment advocates are passionate about their issues.
Oh, no doubt.
Three of the folks in this current lawsuit were private citizens. One of them was a gun collector. So, and his argument was, look, I legally own my guns. They're always in my possession. And so why should I be prevented from buying additional guns for my collection?
Do you have a sense or is there reporting to suggest why the strict gun laws in New York City seem to have produced good results in that violent crime is at an all-time low and it's the safest big city in the world? And in Chicago, it hasn't worked.
Yeah, that is one of the things that folks have been struggling with, Shep, to figure out why New York has had such a drastic reduction in homicides and in gun violence. In Chicago, we had over 500 murders last year. Right? Exactly. It's primarily gang-fueled. It's on the south and west sides. But again, we've seen a 20% reduction in homicides this year. Mayor Emanuel has hired a new police chief. They're doing different things from a policing aspect. Now, they argue that gun control is a vital part of that. But what the judge is arguing is that, look, you can regulate the heck out of these guns if you want. And he admitted that and that's probably what the city's going to end up doing. He said, look, you just can't prevent people from legally owning and buying a gun if they want to.
Yep. And they are continuing to tweak. Tom Bevan, always good to see you. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, Shep.